Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man, I am laughing because Z thought that he should have been in this at this point in time, right when the intro starts, but I'll let him know. Oh, man, Z thought he was going to be present right as the video started, and I did not let that happen, guys. So it looks like we're doing the show alone because Z is out of his chair. So I think that his diaper might be a little full and he might be changing that. But this is episode 9 of Who Are These Guys? And there he is. There he is. He just got the baby wipes, the baby powder, and he's feeling better.
Good afternoon, then. Good afternoon.
Yep. Yeah, I know you still think it's lunchtime.
No. That was about as disrespectful as an intro as I will ever see on this channel.
Well, the thing is the two things that you tried to do leading up to the introduction is exactly why you were taken off.
This is actually a nice second time filming because the first time his audio was off. So
I had the wrong microphone selected.
Yeah. Well, whose fault is that?
Yeah. Well, that's on me. Anyway, yeah, so this is our second go at it, but luckily we didn't get too far. So anyway, episode 9, as you can tell by this background, as you can tell by the thumbnail, by the title, Z and I are going to be talking about the NFL draft. We are going to be doing our own mock draft. It is our 1.0 mock draft. And we could possibly do one final one before the draft, possibly, if we decide to do that. But this is our first NFL mock and something that I thought would kind of be fun to do. So that's what we're doing. Z, what have you been up to this week?
I worked 50 hours this week. I worked 50 hours. Been home alone. So it's been me and the two other dogs. It's been a good weekend. It's been a pretty good week. Been getting lots of stuff done. Haven't been streaming lately, I haven't streamed for a few days, but it's been a busy week. It's been a good week. You know, we all deal with some personal stuff, and that's kind of what I've been going through. But anytime we come on here, we just bring the energy, bring the entertainment, because that's what the people deserve.
Yeah.
So,
what people see, because I don't really see too many.
Yeah. Well, and then I'd say are clearly not rocking any hats, so we might lose even more viewership.
Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. With Z and I, it's like, hey, if you're a real one in the channel, we appreciate you. We appreciate those that tune in when they can. But you know, those out there that you know, that want support from us, but don't really buy the time to listen to our entertainment, well, then see you later.
That's the part of growing, Em. That's the part of growing.
Yep.
That's the unfortunate reality. But one day, Ed and I will get to where we want to be. And it's not going to come overnight. So as long as you guys stick with us, and we hope to bring you guys the... Oh, shit. Hold on. Okay. A little bit of a mess here. A little bit of a mess here.
Yeah. Well, Z, how about you put your head down and let the viewers see your scalp?
Yeah, you're right.
Put your head down, Z. Put it down.
Not doing anything, Ed. Not doing anything. All they can see from this angle is that I have a head of hair. That's all that matters.
Yeah, you have head hair.
Yeah.
Nothing but bald patches. Z, what's
Well,
like when Rainforest Cafe has Left John delivered?
Well, I'm still waiting, so.
Oh, man. Every single girl's called this guy a robot. Think about that.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Never forget what we character has said, Z. I can share that story if I want.
Well, it looks like I'm never going to reappear myself again.
This might be your final episode.
It might be.
Well, we're not going to go into that, guys. We're not going to go into that. So,
no, we're not.
But anyway, WrestleMania has been going on this weekend. By the time you guys see this, it will be Monday, so WrestleMania will be over. But I have been enjoying it. Thought Saturday was a great show. Z absolutely has no respect about anything in his life. As you can see, that huge apple sitting right in his throat.
I just made a food bracket on my TikTok. If you guys want to go look at it.
It was terrible. It was terrible. Guy would rather have a kebab than a cheeseburger.
Yeah, that's not what it was.
That's
It
what the
was
photo was, Z.
it was first of all, it wasn't even a cheeseburger. It was a hamburger, and it
Why does
was
the photo have cheese on it?
don't ask me.
Yeah.
Don't ask me.
Don't turn the narrative. I'd still rather have a hamburger than a kebab.
Put N in the chat if you want a hamburger, or put Z in the chat if you like barbecue food. So
I would much rather take a nice cheeseburger, Z, over any type of barbecue.
well, and would you rather go to? I asked you this in the previous show or pre-show. Would you rather go to Smoky Bones or BurgerFi?
Yeah. I'll take BurgerFi all day, Z. Thanks.
Yeah, well, Smoky Bones is
We will not be going to Smoky Bones. So thank you very much.
What about you, and what's been going on in your life?
Well, let's see. I ruined some parents' weekends on Saturday.
Yeah, he did.
I really did. As I've talked about on my podcast before, I do officiate youth basketball, and I only do it for the cash. So, but anyway, you have parents that, and everybody should probably know this. If you play sport in your youth, you should know what parents get. Obviously, it comes with the territory, but when it comes to the point where you have to pause the game over kids' parents moaning and crying, that's a problem. So it's embarrassing for the children. It's embarrassing for the company. It's embarrassing on their behalf. And it's people like that have absolutely nothing going for them. So,
yeah.
But I told them it was not the Olympics. I told them that it's not my fault that your team has been fouling nonstop. I told them that, what else did I say to them?
It's not your fault. I have no cardio and I can't get down the court in time.
Yeah, I have no cardio. You're right, Z. You're right. At the end of the day, if you have to stop and pause a game as an official over parents complaining, all they got to do is look in the mirror, recognize where they're at. They think that youth recreational basketball is high in competition. Go play a travel basketball team. Go play a club basketball team, and your team will absolutely get annihilated. It's not my fault your team can only put up 8 points.
That's sad.
Oh, Z, it's been so much worse. It's been so much worse. So.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, no, it's been worse. It's been worse. But the thing is that they don't really recognize that you have to let certain things go. You can't call everything. If you do, it's gonna be a whistle fest, and the kids are not gonna be able to play. So, how about you as a parent work with your kid on basic skills and fundamentals of the game basketball rather than just having them come down and just play and they get no better at all.
Right. Yeah, no. Ed and I had this conversation yesterday where, Ed and I obviously played basketball growing up, but our parents were never like that.
You played it for 2 years, Z.
Yeah, I played it for 2 years.
I played it for 11.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, and I played basketball and baseball and football.
You didn't play football.
It was flag. It was flag.
You play flag right now, not growing up, you idiot.
I did. I played 2 years of flag.
Yeah, flag growing up.
I did.
Why not Pop Warner? Why not tackle?
Well, Mike was the quarterback on the team. He threw like 3 picks every game.
Yeah, I threw the picks to the kids.
I'm not even kidding. You can ask Annette this question.
Worst quarterback? Rock or Gary?
I mean, I feel like my memory's more like I feel like I remember more about Gary being a quarterback than I do Mike, so I gotta go Gary. But anyways,
yeah,
yeah. Mike be dropping his pants. Yeah. Anyways, and I had this conversation yesterday where, like I respect having your kid be in sports, basketball, baseball, softball, whatever, soccer. But it gets to a point specifically when it comes to Ed and when he's officiating a game, but really anybody, even if you want to throw my side in there, officiating a flag football game, is that if someone's being a nuisance, if someone's being just a disgrace to society by disturbing you and, quite frankly, not allowing you to do your job properly, then that there needs to be set rules in place by the owner of that league, the owner of the building, which is John.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
There needs to be rules in place for these parents, and anybody's going to agree with me with this. If you're in the put a Z in the comment section if you agree with me on this. Probably not going to get any comments. But
I have somebody I work with might be watching this. Z.
There we go. Who's that? Bowen?
Yeah, Bowen. It is. Shout out to you. I'll shout out Zach Ford.
Yeah, whoever that is.
Oh man, he's an F-150. He's about 6'7".
Well, he's going to agree with me. I don't even work there. There needs to be rules set in place for these parents, for these coaches, that if you're going to disrespect and disturb these officiators of doing their job, like yourself or Bowen or freaking F-150, they need to be removed from the premises.
Oh, Z, I agree. If they kept on going, I would have thrown them out. I told them that too. I saw you could leave, but if they would have kept going, they would have been done.
But they would have done that, and if you would have told them, they would have laughed in your face.
Well, then the game doesn't continue.
Well, that's on them.
I've been there before where there's been, not many times, but parents have been asked to leave. So, or not even asked, demanded to leave.
And was having a story about one of the assistant coaches on one of the teams, and he was just going off.
Oh yeah, that was last week. Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah,
I was told by a coach of the other team during that fiasco that a parent on that said team is cousins with that assistant coach, and I guess that nobody in that assistant coach's family likes him. So I said to the guy, I was like, if I ever have that team again, I'll probably just say to him, what's like knowing your family hates you?
Yeah. Oh, you'll ruin that guy's night, then.
I really would, but I'm telling you, dude,
night.
parents in youth sports, really of any kind, man, their entire days, weeks, weekends, maybe their whole month gets ruined by officiating.
Oh, 100%.
So,
yeah.
But,
well, anyways.
Entertaining nonetheless. So, here we are, Z, 13 minutes in, and we haven't even started.
Yeah, well, that sounds about right. It's a fun, entertaining comedy conversation, and I'm sure the audience likes it.
Yep, I hope so.
That's what's been going on with, and like I said myself, I worked a lot this week. Be working a lot next week too, and comes here in a couple of weeks, and then I go out to Pittsburgh to see
a week
him.
And a half, Z, about a week and a half.
We can have whatever, and then I go out to Pittsburgh the next month to see him. So hope you guys are all doing well, and then I are just kind of doing our thing. So we'll start uploading a little bit more, or we'll try to start uploading.
Big question before we start here. Big question for you before we start. Does Kelsey go on Velocicoaster?
We're going to determine this right now.
This is the determination factor. Does she go on Velocicoaster?
I already know my answer.
Yeah, you know your answer.
It's an absolute no.
Kelsey, do you go on Velocicoaster, yes or no? What? She said she's going to try her best.
That's a no.
Yeah.
That's a no if I've ever heard it. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Are you ready to see Happily Ever After again?
I don't know. I don't know when that's supposed to start up again.
April 3rd, Z. Tomorrow.
April 3rd. Okay. Thank God.
Yep.
Thank God.
Yep.
I mean that's got to be the biggest W Disney's done all year. And if anybody's sad about that, then we'll see you later.
Yeah. See you later.
You're a joke.
You'll be at the parks anyway.
But anyways, as we'll kind of get things going here, as Ed said, we're going to be doing NFL mock draft 1.0. Just the first round, you degenerates. We're not doing all 7 rounds. We'll be here for 7 hours trying to do all that.
Yeah, so we would.
We're gonna be doing first round. I'm sure we'll make like a 2.0, maybe a 3.0 at some point. Will we record it? Not sure, but we'll see. At least for this one, we'll do our best. We'll go one by one, each pick all the way up to number 32.
Yes. Oh. As we know, the Carolina Panthers are the first pick in the draft because they traded with the Chicago Bears.
Do 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 do. Where's the booing?
Z, should we wait 15 minutes each pick, like real life?
That's awful. They need to fix that. They need to fix that. It takes way too long. And then Roger comes out, he's smiling, he's getting booed.
Slipping on a banana. Remember like when it was taking a long time for him to come out? Like whatever team's on the clock, like Roger like has Are you sure this is who you want?
Yeah. In case you guys don't know who Roger is, Roger Goodell. He's the commissioner of the NFL. And no matter where the NFL draft is, he gets booed. Oh, God. Oh, my God. He gets booed.
Yeah.
And, like, it doesn't matter. Nashville, Las Vegas, Cleveland. Like, he gets booed everywhere because he's awful. But, you know, I mean, nonetheless, the NFL draft is one of our favorite times of the year, of the sports year.
Fun time.
So let's just hop right into this, and we're gonna hop right into the number one pick, the biggest one of the draft. What do you got? Carolina Panthers, number one pick.
Carolina Panthers.
Now, by the way, guys, obviously none of this. It's almost impossible to predict this to be right because there's going to be trades, and so right now, Ed and I are just going to choose the draft order as of now. But as we know, trades happen before the draft and trades happen during the draft. So,
So this is all based off of the current draft order.
Right.
So first pick, I'm going CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
And I'll take a drink of water. I didn't expect you to say it that quickly.
That was the slowest drink of water I've seen.
Well, I didn't expect you to say it that quickly.
It's a name, Z.
I know your name will never be announced.
And neither is yours, so I'm not worried.
Yeah, well, I've got a lot closer than you.
Yeah, I've got a lot closer than you, right?
Well, I agree, and I agree. Carolina Panthers taking.
They liked him a lot as pro day. He fits what they want to do. It seems like they overhauled their coaching, so think CJ Stroud's a guy. So going number 2, Houston Texans. Z.
Yep.
We're gonna go Bryce Young.
I agree. I don't think. I mean, Will Levis maybe, but no. So give me. Give me Bryce Young.
Yeah. I think the Texans want to play the safe pick, not the Anthony Richardson pick. Where you look at a guy like Anthony Richardson, he has risen up draft boards, but he might not be quite ready. There's a lot of high-end potential. We know how the NFL scouts like to go off of not necessarily now, but what could possibly be down the road. I think the Texans want to roll with a guy that's ready to play right now, ready to be their quarterback week 1. That's Bryce Young. Yep. So number 3, the Arizona Cardinals. This is a pick I could see the Cardinals trading back. If somebody wants to trade up for another quarterback, I could see that being a possibility.
For sure.
But as of now, the Arizona Cardinals, I am having them take Will Anderson, the edge rusher out of Alabama.
Yeah, no, I mean, if I'm going to say this, the Cardinals did trade this pick back. 100% they need to. They need to trade this pick back to get a first-round pick, to get a second-round pick, to get a fourth-round pick. They need to. Yeah. So, will it happen? We don't know, but it needs to happen for the sake of the Cardinals and their future. But if it doesn't, 100%, no question about it, Will Anderson Jr. out of Alabama.
Yeah. They're when you look at them right now, they've had a pretty big setback, and defensively, there's a lot of things that need filled that aren't going to be able to happen this year. that's going to be a few-year process for them to really get their defense to where they want to, because their front seven's ass. They don't really have too many corners, so they're a mess.
Yeah.
So, but Z, that Mexican guy that was in the training camp crowd, he says otherwise.
I mean, that guy is the most clueless fan.
If that guy was in the comment section or was a viewer of this show, Z, what would you have to say to him?
I'm not going to say that on air.
Oh boy. All right. Well, moving on, guys. Moving on. Colts pick number 4. We know the Colts have reiterated they were going to have a new quarterback this year. Matt Ryan was released.
Yep.
They have not been able to get the quarterback situation figured out since Andrew Luck retired. They still could be in play for Lamar Jackson, but obviously, who the heck knows with that? So, with pick number 4, I have them taking Anthony Richardson, the quarterback out of Florida.
I agree.
So
I agree.
And again, with Anthony Richardson, he might not be playing the first right away for them, but I think the Colts will probably look at long-term and what he can become for them.
Yeah, no, I think now we're coming on the second straight pick where there's potential for a trade. I think the only way the Colts are not picking here is if they trade for Lamar Jackson. So, how likely is that? Who I mean, again, like you just said, who the hell knows, honestly.
Right.
So, if the Colts are drafting here, I think the only way they wouldn't be is if they did trade this number 4 pick for Lamar, and so then the Ravens would be drafting here.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, pick number 5. We got the Seahawks. Now, Seattle could probably go a couple different directions here.
Yeah.
I like them primarily going defense, and I have them taking Tyree Wilson, the edge, out of Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Now, Jalen Carter from Georgia, the defense lineman, could be a prime spot, but we've seen what kind of happened with his pro day. There's some questions going on. He could be a candidate that slips a little bit. I think Seattle's going to go with a guy that, had a little bit of foot injury last year, but a guy that is projected as the second best edge rusher in this draft. So that's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah. So I was thinking they actually avoid both of them, and I was going with Myles Murphy out of Clemson. So
well, still an edge nonetheless.
So I'm gonna have them taking Myles Murphy out of Clemson, number 5 to Seattle.
What number was Myles Murphy at Clemson? Z?
Absolutely no idea.
All right, well, there you go. So Z and I both have an edge rusher, just a different one. I have Tyree Wilson going to Seattle. He has Myles Murphy. Feel pretty confident Seattle going defense with their pick. So moving on to pick number 6 for the Lions. We look at the Lions. I see defense here as well for them. I'm picking Jalen Carter at number 6 to the Lions.
Yeah. I'm just kind of weighing between Jalen Carter and Tyree Wilson.
So the Lions, I really think a guy like Jalen Carter really fills a big spot for them on the line.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in terms of Jalen Carter's talent, I think it might be too good for Detroit to just kind of pass up. He kind of slipped a tad bit because he probably before everything probably would have been a top 5 pick, but I think they'll grab him at 6. So gotta make a decision here, Z.
Well, I'll agree with you. I'll go with Jalen Carter. I think best player available is just kind of the right way to go with it for Detroit. You can't really go wrong.
And Detroit has done a pretty good job at strengthening their defense over the last couple of years. Moving on to pick number 7, we have a team that is a disaster right now. We have a team whose defense is an absolute shambles. And I have gone back and forth between this pick. Could I maybe see them drafting a quarterback? Will they just try to maybe take best player available? Will they try to fill a need? They signed Jimmy G to a 3-year, $75 million deal, which was absolute atrocity. And I just don't see any direction that this team's going. I think the Raiders are just in a very, very bad spot. So I'm going to have them take Christian Gonzalez, the number 1 rated cornerback out of Oregon, going number 7. I think that they're just going to try to bring somebody in to to strengthen their defense that is pretty desolate. So that's what I'm going with.
So here I have the Raiders taking Tyree Wilson out of Texas Tech. I
They
thought
didn't get a
with
lot of production from Chandler Jones last year.
that's what I'm saying. So I think with Chandler Jones' production kind of really dropping off. I mean, I still think he's a productive player, but I think to get younger at that position. I mean, I know they have Max Crosby, but I'm sure they would like to pair somebody along with Max Crosby for the future. I don't think Chandler Jones will be that guy for too much longer.
Well,
So
that's fine, Z. That's fine. So they both have them going defense. They're going to try to add a playmaker, nonetheless, to a defense that isn't really there in any way. So moving on to pick number 8, we have the Atlanta Falcons. I feel like one of the most boring teams in the league. I think they're trending in the right direction. They're not quite there. It's still going to take a little bit of time, I think. But I have them taking Miles Murphy, the edge rusher, adding to their defense.
So here comes another case of, is Atlanta still a team that would trade for Lamar? I know they said they're committed to Desmond Ritter. I don't believe it. Not for a second.
What's like knowing Z, you look like Desmond Ritter.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Desmond.
What was that? Isn't that another name for Barry? Didn't we call him Desmond?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, Desmond. But if it's true, they decide to go with Desmond as their starter next season.
Desmond.
I say they pair Christian Gonzalez with AJ Terrell along with Jesse Bates. I think they would love to build a really, really good secondary with having a 3-headed monster like that.
So you're picking Christian Gonzalez then?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. I can see that. All right. So everybody have said we have been in agreement of the placement of these players.
Yeah.
What are you staring at?
I'm watching the CDL, and the CDL is on to my right.
Oh, I saw a warm call on the ground. I was a little hungry.
Yeah.
Freaking bird head.
Why don't you show what you're snacking on, Ed? Why don't you show what you're snacking on?
No, I'll show what I'm snacking on right here. I'm not anymore. It was mainly Jason, but the sweet chili, spicy sweet chili Doritos.
A whole bag.
What's wrong with that, Z? You said that they're your favorite.
Well, they are.
Yeah, I would love to know what you're crying about.
Oh, man.
All right, pick number 9. We don't have any more time to waste here, Z. Pick number 9. Chicago Bears traded back to pick 9, where Carolina was. I hope your face stays like that. Imagine your face got stuck like that, Z.
Yeah, well,
God.
at this point, Ed, it wouldn't make a difference.
Why'd you shave your beard, Z?
It was just that time, man. I shave my beard at some point just so I can wash my face more, and my face, it's been looking good, it's been feeling good, it's nice and moisturized, so we're feeling better.
You can do that with a beard, so just get beard product. Pick number 9, Chicago Bears. I'm going Paris Johnson, the top-rated offensive tackle here. I think Chicago would love to invest in a very strong left tackle.
I couldn't agree any more with you, man.
Yeah. So, now.
Oh, Bobby Massey.
Yeah, Bobby Massey. Yeah.
Is that guy still playing?
Yeah. I've seen mock drafts where they had Paris Campbell drop a little bit, but I think Chicago, they're in a good spot at 9. I think Paris Johnson is a good pick for them if that's the side of the way to go. Now, the Eagles at pick 10, I feel like it's a little tough because I look at their offense. They don't really need to do anything on the offensive line right now with the 10th pick. I don't see a wide receiver being picked at 10. I don't see an offensive pick at all. I think they go defense here. Corner could have been a hot pick, but they did bring back Bradbury and Darius Slay. They still could go corner at some point in the draft if they would want to. But I am picking Lucas Van Ness, the edge out of Iowa. He has been climbing up some mock drafts. His stock's been going up a little bit. He was already going to be a first round pick anyway. But I think Philly could definitely use a little bit more help in terms of pass rush with a few guys leaving this offseason. So that is my pick at number 10.
Well, I'm actually going to go the opposite way here. I do agree with what you're saying, but I think based off with it being such an offensive league, them having an offensive coach who's just a freaking, idiot.
Yeah, an idiot.
I'm gonna throw a banger out here. Yes, I am, Ed.
Let's hear it, Z.
And
Why you
I'm
look
gonna
like a
say,
scarecrow?
well, this is why I wear a hat. So I'm giving I'm giving it a one-time chance in, and maybe for the rest of the episodes.
Fluey Louie Lee. All right, go ahead, Z. Come on, go with your pick.
With the number was this number 10 pick?
Number 10.
With the number 10 pick, the Eagles take Brian Robinson out of Texas, the first running back off
Brian
the board.
Robinson. His name's not Brian.
Whatever his name is.
Bijan Robinson, Z.
Or Bijan Robinson. My bad.
There you go. So you have him going a 10 to the Eagles.
First running back off the board.
So let's see. So now their running back room is going to be Robinson, Rashad Penny, Boston Scott.
Yawn.
So that's the running back group, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I could
Boston
see that.
Scott,
I could see that, but
Boston Scott, Rashad Penny. Oh, that's so great. That's awful. That's awful.
Yeah. Well,
no.
I could see Robinson. I think that's a good pick there for them. Be honest, if that's the direction they go. I'm leaning a little bit more toward defense here because I still like where their offense is at. But anyway, I am pick number 11.
Yep.
Going Will Levis to the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah. So this one's almost kind of about as unpredictable as it gets because you don't know how the Titans view how they view what's his name? Willis. Is that his name?
Yeah,
Malik Willis.
Yep.
So like, do they view him as something? I don't know. I don't think so. They still have Tannehill on the roster. That's
exactly. And that's why.
Joke.
So I originally had like Will Levis. I was thinking the Raiders for a long time. But when I'm going through the rest of the draft board, there's probably one or two other teams I could see taking him. And I think this spot with the Titans, you have Tennessee who are letting guys go. They're going to be heading in a different direction. Derrick Henry could still get traded. Ryan Tannehill his time's getting very, very close to being done there. Malik Willis was a third-round project pick. I think the fact that Will Levis has slid down, it gives them an opportunity to take a guy like that to come in and compete year one. He's got some tangibles there. I'm not big on him. Never was. I think he's a little bit of a prick as well. But I think Tennessee will take a chance here with him at 11.
I want to go Will Levis, but I think Tennessee is just the most boring team in the NFL. And I don't think they'll take a quarterback this year. So
Okay.
I'll say with the loss of Taylor Decker, or that's who they lost, right?
Taylor Lewan?
Or Taylor Lewan.
Taylor Decker?
They will take. Let's just go with the best tackle on the board. They'll take Broderick Jones out of Georgia. Just a boring Yawn City Titans kind of pick.
Yeah, well, I could see that too. And Broderick Jones can be a pretty solid player in this league, I think. But I could see that. I think it just gives them an opportunity at quarterback for something they don't have. So, pick number 12, the Houston Texans. I think they're going to double dip on offense. And I have Jackson Smith and Jigba going here at number 12 to the Texans. I think them taking Bryce Young. They look at it. Okay, our number one receiver is freaking Nico Collins or whoever the heck it is. And they're going to go with Jackson Smith and Jigba to help fill that offensive. I like that pick a lot for them.
Yep, I do agree. The fact that their receiving core is Nico Collins, Chris Moore,
Robert Woods,
Kiki Kuti, whatever his name is. I mean, just throw them in my mouth.
Yeah,
so
it's bad.
Yeah, no, I definitely see them doubling down on offense.
Yeah. I think that's a good move if that's the direction they decide to go. Number 13. So I'm picking a guy Z had off the board here. I'm going Broderick Jones here to the New York Jets to help solidify a little bit of the offensive line for Aaron Rodgers.
Not official yet, Em. Not official yet.
Not official, but it's probably going to happen. And Green Bay is leaning off their first round pick asking price, according to some reports. So I'm going to go Broderick Jones for them to strengthen up some offense for Aaron Rodgers to give him a little bit of protection.
I like it. I like it. So obviously I got Will Levis kind of falling here as the time goes on.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Now, if like this is tricky because obviously with this Aaron Rodgers thing taking a long time too, would the Jets consider taking Will Levis at this point? That's why some of these trades are really just so difficult. Because it's like how like firm is like how what I mean? Like how much like what's the percentage of this trade actually happening between the two sides?
Well,
Because
I think it's likely. The thing is, right now, it's a standoff. Right now, I think it's going to happen. It absolutely is. Green Bay's over Aaron. They're going to get whatever compensation they can get his money off the books for the most part.
Right.
It's going to happen. It's a standoff right now between what the Jets want or Jets wanting Aaron and what Green Bay wants in compensation back. So it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go a little bit differently here. I'm gonna go Lucas Van Ness out of Iowa. I think
Nice lag there, Z. Nice lag.
Yeah. Well, you can thank Spectrum. I'll say they go. I'll say they go Lucas out of Iowa. I think having a defensive coach and Robert Saleh and Jets having a top
Add a
5
little bit
defense
to the edge rush group. Okay.
Yeah. Just
All
kind
right.
of continue to build on that defense. I mean, they had a great defense last year. I mean, I wouldn't see why you wouldn't want to add more to it.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough, Z. Fair enough. Fair enough. So Will Levis is still falling on your draft board, which wouldn't surprise me, be honest. So we got pick 14, the Patriots. The Patriots have not been a very good team over the years of drafting for the most part. I've kind of been back and forth with this pick. I think they're going to go defense. Now, they could maybe go wide receiver, but that hasn't really been working out too quite well for them. We know if Bill Belichick values defense. We know he always likes to have his defense. So I've been back and forth with probably about 3 guys here, maybe 4. I'd say 4 guys here I've been back and forth. But when I look at their roster, when I look at really production-based, I'm going Nolan Smith, the edge rusher out of Georgia. Now, he's also a guy I have read that they can even plug and play an inside linebacker. So it seems like he might be able to be the best of both worlds possibly. But I think they're going to strengthen their linebacking group, which could be strengthened. And I'm going to go with Nolan Smith at number 14. And he's also been his numbers have been pretty good. He's been a guy that's been having his stock go up a little bit.
So the Patriots are another team where there's Lamar Jackson rumors, and do they ride with Mac Jones next year? I agree where they go the defense side of the ball. I'll go a little bit differently with it. I say they go with Devin McCourty retiring this offseason. I say they go the safety position. I say they go Brian Branch out of Alabama.
Yeah, it's hard to say where Brian Branch is going to go. I've seen him kind of all over the place. He'll definitely go somewhere in the first round, and he's a guy as well that you can use in multiple spots in the secondary. So I've thought about him as well, but I think they'll go with some linebacker. Donta Hightower leaving as well. Not sure quite where they would plug Nolan Smith in, but oh well. So number 15, Green Bay. We know Green Bay's draft history over the years. We know they're going to have a little bit of a different look. Their defense is still a little bit intact as well, but I think they finally pick a offensive weapon, a receiving option, not a wide receiver, but I'm having Michael Mayer, however you want to pronounce his last name. It can go either way. Out of Notre Dame, the number 1 ranked tight end.
Yeah, so I disagree. I don't see a team taking a tight end that high. I mean, I can't remember last time a tight end that was taken that high really worked out that well. Don't tell me Kyle Pitts. OJ Howard, joke. Eric Ebron, joke.
They're not all the same players, Z.
Well, I agree with you on the offense side of the ball. And I'm gonna go Jordan Addison out of USC. I'm going.
And out of
I know
Pitt.
that. Huh?
I said and out of Pitt as well.
And out of Pitt. Well, I'm gonna go Jordan Addison, but I do agree with you on the offensive side of things. Losing Alan Lazard, losing Randall Cobb.
Yeah.
I love it.
I could see a wide receiver as well.
I don't even know who the number one receiver is. Who is it? Jeff Janis?
Jeff Janis. Probably Christian Watson, Z.
All right. Well.
Anyway, all right. So Z's got Jordan Addison, which I could see. I went with the tight end, which I feel like I could see as well. So anyway, Green Bay gets an offensive weapon either way. Pick number 16, Washington. I think we could maybe see a little bit of some offensive line here. Could see some corner. I'm going with the cornerback Devin Witherspoon out of Illinois, the second-rated cornerback according to many. Don't know what Z is doing there. He might be, I don't know. He might be getting his thighs licked by Barry. I'm not quite sure.
That's a good pick, Ed. That's a good pick. I already know for a fact where I'm going with this, and this is where Will Levis will go.
Will Levis going to Washington, even though they said they're going with Sam Howell?
You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Nope. Give me Will Levis to Washington. Potential first round quarterback falling in their hands. I think they'll have no choice but to take him.
That's fair enough. See, that's fair enough. It's definitely possible.
So I don't always believe these teams. Like when the Cardinals say they wanted to go with Josh Rosen, even when they had the number one pick, they still pick Kyler.
Yeah. Well, maybe if Washington realizes Will Levis is falling down the board, they're like, all right, we're gonna take him.
Yeah,
it's possible. All right, pick 17. My team, the Steelers. I think the Steelers could go two ways here, and I think that these two ways are the correct way, either going with offensive tackle or going with a cornerback. I've been back and forth on this pick a lot. So I've been on a side where they were going corner. I've been on a side where they were going offensive tackle here at this pick. I think the Steelers could even trade back. That's possible if there's a certain tackle that they like a lot that they think they can trade back and then get some more value, whatever they want to do. Who knows? Maybe they trade up in the draft for Paris Johnson. I have no idea. But at pick 17, given the other tackles on the board and given who else is on the board, I'm going with Joey Porter Jr. coming to the Steelers at pick 17 to play corner. And like I said, I've been back and forth with this pick, but that's who I'm going with.
Good pick, Ed. Good pick, because that's exactly what I had for them. I've been firm the whole time on the Steelers that I don't want to hear Mark in the chat. I don't want to hear Steelers fangirl in the chat. That we signed KZ, we signed Levi Wallace last year. We brought in Pat Pete. Yeah, no. You draft a corner in the first round. That's the right thing to do.
I agree. I agree.
And that is, I will give them an A+ pick if they take a corner in the first round.
I agree. So the thing is, these Steeler fans out there advocating for Steelers take Jordan Addison, I will never understand that at all. Jordan Addison is not somebody you just go out of your way to take for a team that really could use a tackle or a cornerback at this spot. The Steelers have gotten flack with taking not developing corners, but the thing is, the only corner they took in the first round in probably however long, many years, has been Artie Burns. Mm-hmm. So you got to keep that perspective. The Jordan Addison stands, I just don't understand. Jordan Addison isn't a Jamar Chase, right? He's not a guy that you just go out and reach for at 17. I'm sorry. So moving on. So we both have Joey Porter Jr. here to the Steelers at 17. Detroit, pick 18. I'm going Deonte Banks, the corner out of Maryland. There's been a couple other guys I've considered here, but looking at their corner situation, they did sign Cameron Sutton, but they can use him anywhere. They have Jeff Okudah. They signed Mosley from the Niners. I think if you drafted a corner as well, you can never have enough corners, number one. Number two, you never know about injuries. And number three, you don't necessarily have to rush Deonte Banks out there.
I think it's a good pick. I will have them going a similar route, just a different player. I'm going to go Devin Witherspoon out of Illinois. Uh,
That's fine too.
Someone again who's not only position of need but also best player available. I think that'd be the right way to go for Detroit.
Yeah. So considering you still have Witherspoon on the board, that would be a good move for them. Pick number 19, we have Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is in a big flux right now. Brady's retired. Not quite sure what the quarterback is going to look like. They have Baker Mayfield. They have Kyle Trask. They still got their receivers. They let go of Leonard Fournette. They got rid of their left tackle. They traded Shaq Mason. Their defense is, they still got some guys there, but I'm going to go Peter Skoronski out of Northwestern. He's probably going to transition a guard, but you can at least put him in a couple different spots on the offensive line.
All right. Well, this was the other kind of option I was thinking of for Will Levis if it wasn't Washington, obviously.
Yeah, and I can see that too.
So I don't really know where to go with this one. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go. I mean, I just don't think the O line is really an immediate need for them. I think they still have Donovan Smith under contract. Even actually, no,
No,
you're right.
He's gone. He's
Yeah,
gone.
you're right. That's why I thought about him being gone. I know Tristan Wirf's pretty great tackle that they have. So yeah, I'll say they bring in Pistol Pete and
Yeah, Pistol Pete. Yeah.
freaking Millimeter Peter.
Yeah, Millimeter Peter.
Just to kind of, I mean, again, this pick's probably gonna be wrong because another team where we don't know how they view their quarterback situation. So,
all right, so we both have Skronsky on this. That's the thing. Other than Titans, I literally saw either Tampa Bay or maybe Washington, and that was it.
right.
We're going with the tackle. So we got 20, Seattle, one of these 5 favorite teams in the NFL.
Whatever that means.
You know what it means, Zeesh? Cards, Seahawks, Rams.
You said D.
Yeah, D. Steelers.
Oh yeah.
You know how it goes.
NFC West fan.
NFC West fan. Pacific Division fan. And NL West fan as well. So I'm going Brian Breesy, the defensive lineman out of Clemson. He could probably even maybe go higher than 20 here. But I think Seattle double dips on their defense.
Yeah. See, actually, I'm gonna disagree as I'm looking at it here. I could see them double dipping on the defense. I don't see them going receiver with DK and Tyler Lockett already on the roster. So I'll say they go tight end. I'll say they go. I'll say they go Michael Mayer on this one, and they dip in on a tight end. I don't think Gerald Everett is anything special. I can't even think of any other tight end they have on there. Will Dissly, Noah Fant. Yeah, Noah Fant. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, no. So yeah, give me another target for Geno. I mean, obviously the Seahawks have a shit ton of picks, so
it's an interesting pick. Z, interesting pick there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a realistic pick. It's not. I think that he definitely comes in. He fills a hole. He can be a weapon.
Yep.
So, all right, pick 21, Chargers.
Yawn.
Yep, yawn. Chargers. I think they're a joke. Honestly, the Chargers to me the last 3 years have starting to get to become like one of my least favorite teams in the league.
I couldn't agree anymore, Ed.
Yeah.
Because every year on social media, people, the Chargers, lick their nuts, the Chargers, Justin Herbert, Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I mean, like, relax. They haven't won anything.
No, they haven't. Is Herbert a top 5 quarterback to you?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I agree.
No. Absolutely not. I'll name 5 quarterbacks right now.
But
well, I could already name 3 right off the bat, right? So Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, right off the bat.
Yep.
Mahomes, Josh Allen, Burrow.
Yep.
But now we think.
Jalen Hurts?
Give me Jalen Hurts all day.
No.
All
Okay.
day. I don't care. I
Okay.
don't care. Give me
And
Jalen Hurts
we
all
both
day.
liked him as well going in the Drabsy.
Oh yeah, I loved him. Oh yeah.
All right. So Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, give
Who
me
else you
Jalen
putting in there?
Hurts. Some of them are going to be debatable. That I don't. I'm not. I don't think I'm going to put Lamar over him.
Aaron?
That's another debatable one. But that's not. Obviously not Russell Wilson, not Derek Carr. I think I'm missing somebody. What's this guy doing? Oh, he's got to get more Doritos. Yeah, honestly, give me Aaron. Give me Aaron.
Yeah.
I mean, I would even potentially. No, I would take Trevor Lawrence over him. No. But that's what I'm saying. It's like Justin Herbert's good and all, but I mean, like he's not top 5 to me. I would take Lamar over him. And it's just like they haven't won anything, bro. They've been to a playoff game, they lost it. So
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah.
moving
And I
on.
think
Moving
too,
on.
after that playoff game with the Raiders, man, that really did me in with them. So I'm going Kalijah Cansey out of Pitt to go to the Chargers here. They could use some help on their defensive line, I think. His combine numbers have kind of done him pretty well. He'll definitely go somewhere in the first round, most likely. And I think the Chargers are a decent spot there.
Yeah, I agree with the defensive line. I say they take Brian Breesy out of Clemson. So I agree with the defensive line
Okay.
for LA.
All right. So moving on to the Ravens, Z's team. We know the Ravens have had a pitiful offseason. We have no idea what's going on with their quarterback situation. We look at their offense, aside from quarterback, wide receiver has just been something that's been so neglected over the last couple years or so. They could probably use some help on the defensive line, even edge rush. But I'm going Jordan Addison here, pick number 22 to the Ravens. The Steeler fans are going to probably hate this pick just in the sense because he went to Pitt before he went to USC. And it'll probably be one of those things of, oh, Ravens got him, so he's probably going to thrive there. Yeah, well, enjoy Tyler Huntley. So, but I'm going Jordan Addison. It fills a need for the Ravens. So, Z, who you picking to your team, the Ratbirds?
Well, I'm just going to disregard you said that. It seems like every year with the first round, the Ravens, I'm either considering an edge rusher or a wide receiver. I think I've been saying this for about 6 straight years. So this time around, I'll definitely go wide receiver in. I do agree with you. I think they go the best wide receiver on the board. Not really not much to it. They take Quentin Johnston out of TCU.
Okay, Quentin Johnston. So then you would be looking at, we both have a receiver. So either one of our receivers, Rashad Bateman, and we're looking at Duvernay.
Yep.
Terrible. just terrible. Demarcus Robinson.
He's not there.
Nelson Aguilar.
Awful.
And enjoy bottom 3 wide receiver group again.
Yeah. Prochet, awful.
Prochet, terrible. I was told Prochet and Duvernay were going to be all pros. That's what I was told.
Yeah. Well, bring in Quentin, sign OBJ. Your wide receiver group's looking a whole lot better.
Why would OBJ want to go to the Ravens?
Only if Lamar stays.
All right. So we both have receiver of the Ravens, which is obviously going to be a must-needed thing for them. So moving on to pick 23 for the Vikings. The Vikings defense is absolutely desolate. They have lost a handful of guys in free agency this year. I think that they're going to bring somebody in to try to add to the future of their defense. And though it's not really quite there right now, but longer term, Cam Smith out of South Carolina, the cornerback.
I absolutely agree with that pick. That's
So,
that's who I go to Minnesota as well.
And Cam Smith, not really quite sure how ready he's going to be to start right away, but I think longer term, Minnesota will be able to find someone there at corner.
Right.
All right, moving on. Pick 24, Jacksonville. Now we look at Jacksonville, finally won a playoff game. We saw their turnaround on a miserable season they were having, kind of like what the Steelers did a little bit. I have them going Brian Branch as safety. Again, they can utilize him in a handful of spots in the secondary, and I think that's going to help a lot back there, so that's my pick for them.
All right. I'm gonna say they go defense side of the ball. I don't really think they need too much help on the offense. I think they got a pretty decent wide receiver group. Uh, well, I mean, they did lose some guys. So, I mean, like, I know Marvin Jones is gone. I mean, Christian Kirk is obviously there. Zay Jones, he's on the team. I don't know. God, who are the rest of their wide receivers? Obviously,
Um,
Travis Etienne at running back, Evan Ingram at tight end, who had a great season.
yeah.
Um, so I think I'm gonna change my pick here. I was thinking defense, but they didn't sign anybody for agency, did they? I can't think of their wide receivers.
Oh, well, they have Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Yeah, so I'll take off my wide receiver kind of thinking for them. So really, I'll kind of go best player available here. I know the number one pick last year they took that defensive end. Um, so I'll say this year they go Isaiah Foskey or whatever his name is out of Notre Dame.
Who?
Uh, he's an edge rusher. Foskey,
I have no idea who the heck that is.
freaking Fawcett. I don't know.
Faucet. Yeah.
uh,
All right. Well, then there you go. Z. There you go. Nobody knows who this guy is. So that's surprise pick in round one. Let's just put it that way.
I don't know where to go with it. Like I could take a
That's
corner.
that guy in round one that nobody knows that gets taken.
There's always about 2 or 3 of them. So
all right. So Z's going edge. I'm going Brian Branch at safety. So I
I'll
don't even remember the name Z even said.
I'll never forget the Ravens took when Roger announced Adafe Owe. I was like, who?
I'm pretty sure it was Jason at the time. Wasn't that his name, Jason?
Yeah, but I think you said Adafe, and then, but still, I mean, I remember I was sitting there. I was like, does anybody know who this guy is?
Terrible pick.
All right, so moving on, we're going on to that Giants at 25.
Giants. So I've gone a little back and forth with Giants defense. Do I want to see something on the line? I'm going Osiris Torrance, interior offensive lineman out of Florida for them. Pretty boring pick, I know. I know Barry's looking right away, Z.
The Giants are just a boring team in general.
How's that peanut butter?
Haven't had any today. So like the Giants of the Jags are just a couple teams where I just know nothing about. So I'm just kind of using my best knowledge to think like where they would go with things. I think your pick is a pretty viable pick.
See, I thought cornerback for them, but then once I really went through my mock draft, I didn't have anybody there.
That's what I was thinking. So I'm gonna go with what's this guy's name? Deontay Banks out of Maryland. Yeah. I think he's been someone that a lot of teams have kind of looked into, but I think he is an appropriate kind of value pick at that point.
Well, there you go then. There you go. So Deontay Banks, I could see corner there for them, but I think Torrance kind of fits as well. Dallas pick 26. I feel like Dallas's drafts a lot. Sometimes they'll just go position of need, or they'll just kind of go off of someone who they think might be the best player. So I have him taking Dalton Kincaid, the tight end out of Utah.
I think that's a great pick, and I do agree with that because I was thinking with them losing Dalton Schultz,
they bring in the other Dalton.
Yeah, exactly. That they should really look into really replacing him because he was a key piece of that offense. So
yes, he was. Yes, he was. And I think when you look at what they did this free agency, they definitely added a couple guys defensively that might be able to give them some flexibility in the draft.
Right, adding Gilmore the secondary to have pair along with Trevon Diggs.
Yep.
Bringing in Brandon Cooks to pair with CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup. Yeah, I mean, Tony Pollard's clearly going to take over the number one spot at running back. Yeah, so I think bringing in a tight end. Obviously, Dallas loves drafting a lineman, so that could be an option as well. But I'll go with the tight end position on that one.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how correct we are on that one. Pick 27 of Buffalo. This is where I go Bijan Robinson.
Buffalo.
Buffalo has had 0 running game, which I think has really held them back the last 3 years. I think Devin Singletary is not a starter. I don't really know why they brought him back to be that. And not really quite that they are going to be a running caliber type team anyway, but you need somebody in there to help balance your offense out. And we see when you're not able to run the ball, especially as how poor Buffalo has been with that, you're asking so much more from Josh Allen. Defenses know exactly what to do, and Robinson might be able to bring a guy that might be able to change the pace a little bit of what they do on offense.
Well, I'm going to go a little bit differently with this one. I think with them losing Tremaine Edmonds in free agency and also Von Miller coming off an ACL injury past 30 years of age. He's like 34 now. I'm going to go with Trenton Simpson out of Clemson. I know they still have Matt Milano there, but I think bringing in an additional linebacker after you just lost a really good one and you have one who's aging coming off a pretty serious injury. I think that's something I would look into.
Well, Z, I will say this. I'm 100% sure your pick is going to be wrong.
It probably is.
I don't see one linebacker going in the first round. Well, I see the need, but I just don't see it in the first round.
It's a good thing you're not GM.
Yeah, well, there's many that are on my side with that.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Moving on, Z, moving on. So we have Cincinnati Bengals pick 28.
Why is Jason Coffin?
Not quite sure.
Too much of the freaking vape?
Yeah, probably. She's sleeping, Z, sleeping.
Oh, man. Tell her to get off it. Tell her to get off the nicotine.
I've been trying.
Wait till she sees this.
Yeah, well, she's snoring right now.
Yeah, those Doritos.
She's like fucking Wheezy from Toy Story.
Yeah. Freaking put her on the top shelf.
Just dust.
Forgotten.
Oh my god! Shout out to Jason, dude. Shout out to Jason.
I'm pointing at her.
Yep.
And she has no idea.
No, she doesn't. I can move this camera right now.
Why don't you do it for the viewers then?
Yeah, I'll do it for the viewers. Oh, not happening.
All right. All right, back in the draft.
We got the Bengals at pick 28 here. They signed Orlando Brown, but they are going to cut ties with Lyle Collins most likely. Their offensive line, they invested a lot of money in last year, and it didn't really quite work out at all the way they wanted to. I say they go DeJuan Jones, the offensive tackle out of Ohio State.
I think that's fair. I never heard any rumors about them getting rid of Lyle Collins.
And DeJuan Jones and Paris Johnson both had dinner with Mike Tomlin. And I know Mike Tomlin's big on both those tackles. But I think when it comes to Steelers taking a tackle, I think they can get somebody at 32. If Jones or Johnson fall at 17, then absolutely I think that they could Broderick Jones, Broderick Jones or Johnson fall at 17, 100%. I feel like with just the other ones remaining, 17 might be a little bit too high to pick at for them. So that's what I mean. Like maybe they'll trade back, maybe they'll trade back up in the first round since they have a little bit of extra draft capital. But I think DeJuan Jones stays in a while.
So I'm gonna go corner with them.
I can see that too. I can see it too.
I know they have Mike Hilton, but outside of those guys, I don't really see anybody that's too strong at that position. Don't even say Eli Apple. So I'll go Ringo, cornerback out of Georgia. I gotta take another value pick. I was honestly, crazy enough, I was thinking wide receiver, but
that would have been ridiculous.
But yeah, because like I could see them potentially trading T. Higgins, but I think like if they want to go all out for a Super Bowl this year, they should go really best player available. That's not wide receiver, and
Yeah, I see him taking a corner.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
I'll go corner.
All right. Saints pick 29. We know what they've done, adding Derek Carr. The offensive line, some of that offensive line's intact a little bit. I think that they stick offense here and they go with Zay Flowers, the wide receiver out of Boston College, having Olave. You have Michael Thomas, who's very injury riddled. Behind those two guys, they don't really have quite really a lot there. So I think that they're going to take the best wide receiver off the board here.
I agree on position. I just don't agree on player. I got Jalen Hyatt coming out of Tennessee.
Another pick you'll be wrong on.
Yeah, well, don't worry, Ed. You'll maybe get 5 of these right.
Yeah, I say a little bit more. I'll say 8.
How many say I'm gonna get?
5. All right, pick number 30 as we are coming to a close here on round 1. Philadelphia, I have them taking the corner, Kale Ringo. Doesn't need to come in right away, doesn't need to start right away, but he can be a guy that can be an implemented part of their defense down the line. Have him going number 30.
Yeah, with this one, I do agree with the defense side of the ball, but this time I'm gonna go edge rusher with them. I'm gonna say Nolan Smith out of Georgia. Again, kind of with what you said earlier, with how much they've lost on that front 7, I think that'd be an appropriate pick for them.
That'd be a very good pick for them if he lasts that long. So, pick 31 to the Chiefs, and there's only 31 picks in the draft this year. I will go with my 32 pick, considering the Steelers have it. But pick 31, going to go. We have Kansas City. When we look at their offense, don't see them taking a tackle. Don't think there's receiver value there at pick number 31. I'm going to say they're going to go with one of the best defensive players on the board this time. I'm going Will McDonald, the edge rusher out of Iowa State.
Yep. I respect that pick, but I'm also going to go the other way. I think they'll go a tackle. I think losing Orlando Brown, I can't even think of who the other tackle is.
Oh, they signed Jawan Taylor to that big 5-year deal, Z.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, I forgot.
Well, I did, so. I mean, here comes a pick where it's just, I'm going to go a little bit differently. I'm going to say back-to-back receivers. I'm going to say Zay Flowers. I'm going to say Zay Flowers comes out of
All right.
Comes out that number 31 pick.
I did not have the guy out of TCU in my first round.
Yeah, I know you didn't. And of course, I haven't gone to the Ravens.
I view that as another wide receiver failure for you guys. I really do.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. So, pick 32, Z. Who do you have at pick 32 for the Steelers?
Well, if I had them taking a corner in the first round, I'll say they go offensive lineman with that 32 pick.
All right. I have them taking Anton Harrison, the tackle out of Oklahoma.
That'd be a great pick.
This would.
That'd be a great pick.
So, but guys, that is our 1.0 mock draft, and I feel pretty good about mine. I'm sure Z probably feels pretty good about his. We're probably going to get 15% of that correct, if that. But there's things that can happen. There's still some trades that could possibly happen before or during the draft. For the Steelers, I would love to see tackle and corner out of their first 2 picks. Tackle, if they go with that at 17. It depends if certain guy, if Jones or Johnson fall, maybe they trade up and take one of them. Or maybe they go the route that I have them at, taking the corner and then going with the tackle with the 32 pick, or they could always trade up into the first round again if they want to do that. So, not really quite sure, but I am 100% sold on them taking a tackle with their first 2 picks.
Yeah. I'm almost 100% certain that they go corner with their first pick.
Yeah. So, but anyway, guys, let us know your comments. What are your thoughts about our mock draft? What do you agree with? What don't you agree with? You guys can even leave a mock draft of yours in the comments. We'll definitely interact with it. But an hour 10 here, an hour 10 on the mock draft. Fun thing to do since this is the month the draft is approaching. I believe the draft's about like 26, 25 days away. Mm-hmm. So that will be something that Z and I will be talking about on this channel when that happens as well. We still could do a second video of this before the draft, possibly. We'll see. But Z, any final words here before we call this episode a close?
Not much, Ed. Not much. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And I'll probably be recording a couple days from now. So then we'll have this one released on Monday. We're recording this on Sunday, so you'll probably see this tomorrow on Monday. And then we'll be releasing another one. So hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, there it is.
He'll be up tomorrow. Z, relax. He'll be up tomorrow.
No. Well, you guys can see the difference between my commitment and his.
Well, and the difference is I'm the one that's stuck with the editing and the uploading, because he doesn't offer any help in that whatsoever.
Well,
he's got nothing to say. Nothing to say.
Like I said, and I'm made for the front of the camera. I'm made for entertaining the crowd.
Yeah.
So,
well, again, if it's not for me, you are not behind that microphone.
If it's not for me, yeah, we wouldn't have this this show. So
no, but I would sub mine. So
yeah. You should thank me for buying all my equipment and actually living up to my word.
3-month delay.
Yeah, 3-month delay. Well, we all know why. So.
Oh well, I got to pay off. I got. Not even gonna go there. Not even go there.
Here we go.
You might as well forget it.
Appreciate you all. You guys stay safe. And if you guys who are subbed to our channel, we love you guys. Appreciate you guys so much.
Yes, we do. For those who are new, welcome. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, guys. We would eventually love to be able to kind of go live with these shows, get you guys incorporated in it. But that's going to come with time. So but we appreciate it. We will be back sometime next week. Not quite sure what to talk about. Leave your thoughts about what you want to talk about. Z's obviously doing his thing. We know he's having a big aneurysm right now in his head. So, but we're going to leave it there, Z. So if you want to say your final goodbyes, go ahead.
Enjoy those sweet chili Doritos, Ed.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
I wasn't really prepared. I was gonna have a message, but now I didn't have it written down. So let me see if I can find it real quick. Not sure if I have enough time, guys. So if I don't say it, I'll say it next time.
Yeah. Well, I'll try to find it.
I don't know. I don't know if I can find it. If you give me 5 minutes, then I'll find it.
I'll let you say it since I didn't let you say it last time.
Just remember one thing, guys. Remember one thing.
Let's hear it, G. Let's hear it.
It's pretty simple, and just undersell and over deliver.
Wait. Hold on. Is this your message that you wanted to say last time?
I can't remember which one it was last time.
Okay. So this is a possible brand new message, because last time Z said that he would love to leave a message after every episode, and I did not let him do that. So,
yep. My message for you guys is to undersell and over deliver. That is my message for you guys. That's what I'm gonna leave you off on. And you guys
undersell, over delivered. Z, would you like to go a little deeper in that?
Nope. I don't need to go deeper on it. I just say what I need to say, and the audience takes it from there, Ed. So that's it for me, and we'll see you guys next episode.
We'll see you next episode. So Z's going to get Z's going to go get peanut butter licked off him by Barry. And if you guys knew, again, as you guys see Z right here in the box right here, he is one person here on the screen on his Twitch channel and a completely different person off stream. So you guys know the version of Z while he's on here. But it's you guys should be thankful you do not know the version when he is offline.
I have nothing to say to that.
So anyway, guys, we are going to end it on that. Z, you are welcome for letting you have a message ready to prepare.
This is our channel, and it's not yours. It's our channel. It's our channel.
So, again, if it's not for me, there is no channel. So
yeah.
But we're leaving that, guys. We're leaving that. So Z has probably got a haircut going. As you guys know, he is balding all over the place. And
well, haircut's the only thing that's saving it.
Just remember, Z, and that's going to be back soon.
I still got like another 5 days in. So
well, cherish it with all your might.
Oh, don't worry, I am.
So we're gonna end it there, guys. We will see you next time. Thank you very much.